I'm just asking, do we need to do better? Or are we really that bad? I'm asking this to everybody, and I want them to weigh in on this. It's that power, man. I want them to weigh in on. I want them to weigh in on it. I heard another story about South Africa. South Africa is being turned over to, you know, I don't want to quote it wrong, but say the black paraphrase, the black cats, and one of the guys, one of the guys raped allegedly some girls, and she had AIDS.
Wow. Serves him right.
And what happened is that as he rapes the girls that had AIDS,
right, I read that. They
asked him, well, you know, what do you think? You know, I mean, you could have AIDS. He said, no, I took a shower.
Yeah.
This is what he actually said.
Okay.
So I'm asking this. Do we need to do better? I mean, we got a chance with Barack Obama, and Barack Obama's doing a great thing, but are we putting too much pressure on Barack Obama? Because if he has to every moment look over his shoulder and carry the weight and have to explain every goofy fucking black thing that goes on, you know, it's gonna be crazy. I see you got something in your hand, but what I want the fans to weigh in. I want, if you're listening to my voice right now, call in. Speedy, get that number
877-2-106,
and just give us your opinion, because I don't know. I'm stuck in the middle. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I'm like Claudius. He said white people do it, so maybe we should.
That's what I was gonna say.
Maybe we should do it too. I mean, is that right?
But that's still not a justification for us to do it, because if somebody else is doing wrong, we shouldn't copy their wrong.
I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying that I think it's an unreasonable amount of pressure to put on one person to carry the burden of the whole race.
Claudia, he killed a stripper.
No, I'm saying
he killed Mercedes.
He smashed Strawberry at the Nuki Lounge.
Yeah, there's Strawberry. No doubt, but that's not Barack.
What was it called? The Nuki Lounge? What was the Nuki Hotel?
I'm in the stage 3. Give it up for
12 shots. 12 shots.
See? How you gonna dance now? See?
Dance for me now.
Dance down the pole for me now. See?
We got someone else from Detroit. We got Tracy from Detroit.
Don't say your last name, Tracy. They killing. They putting you away.
Yeah, we don't want you to be in the strawberry patch.
Zeke was faulty. He needs to get a job with the Inquirer or something. Don't tell all that shit for free, foolish.
Yes, you do.
No, this is FOXX Radio.
FOXX Radio.
This is exclusive, baby. This is better than CNN.
No.
Tracy, we got you. We got you.
This is the NNN.
Information is not factual.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
To another level. That's ridiculous. That's why we have the problems that we do. We have to do better, but we cannot do better if you're putting us all out there. Why are you putting Kwame out there like that? Yeah, he might have did some things. He a young cat. That's natural. And I guarantee you.
Wait a minute, Tracy, I gotta stop. Tracy, I gotta stop you. I gotta stop you. I'm not gonna let this bullshit go on right now. Now wait a minute. Just because you're young doesn't mean that you have to make mistakes like that.
Right.
Now here's the thing, Tracy. We gotta look. We talk a whole lot of shit on this radio station.
Yes.
But there are certain responsibilities that we have, and if we have these leaders, they have to be held to a different responsibility, because when we do fall, they're going to make us fall so far, and they're going to splinter us so bad that we're not going to be able to have any power. So what happens is this: when Kwame Kilpatrick does what he does, all of a sudden now his power is negated. Like, of course we like Marion Barry, but he didn't have any more power after all of the scandal. Of course we like Clarence Thomas, but he didn't have any more power after all of the scandal. So all I'm asking is, you know, maybe Zeke had something on his mind. I could tell Zeke had a little something on his mind.
Yeah, he had a lot on his mind.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, at what point do we say to ourselves as a village that, hey, we have to have certain criteria to have these jobs, because our kids are looking to it. If you are the type of people that worry about what white folks think about you, white folks is looking at you. I'm not necessarily that person, but I'm saying, you know, at what point do we say, okay, enough is enough?
Right.
I just think my thing,
Tracy,
is enough, Jamie. But Kwame is not all bad. You always hear all the negative things, but since he has been in office, there have been so many things that have come to Detroit. I mean, really, who do you think would come to Detroit for a Super Bowl?
Hitmen.
That was so far out of anybody's vision. Kwame has done some major things. I live right off the riverfront. He has put so much money into building and refurbishing and reestablishing our city as a great place. My property values is through the roof, and I love him for that. And it's not just about money. It's not just about money. He participates in all kinds of educational programs. You can go to my kid's graduation ceremony, and you could see him there. You know what I'm saying? He is not all that bad. He has some issues, but who's
what Tracy?
Bad.
Hold on, I'm gonna let her talk.
If I came home and my husband had a woman of any nature in my house, I'd beat her ass too. So
would you kill her?
Probably what happened.
But Tracy,
the woman ended up dead.
But Tracy, would you kill the woman? We're not saying it. We'll put it. But here's
speculation. They don't know how the girl got killed. If she's
dead, though, right?
They don't know what kind of element she was into outside.
Right. You're right. You're right, Tracy. You're right.
But I also think, and Tracy, I hope you're still there, that I think as a society, we need to stop giving each other a pass because you're young. Okay, you can make a mistake because you're young. No, fuck that. You have a responsibility whether you're young, older, it doesn't matter. Everybody go, well, I'm young, I can make mistakes. Fuck that. No, you can't.
I agree with you. And also she said he's not all that bad. That's not enough for a leader of a city.
Right.
All that bad is not a high enough standard.
Right.
All that bad.
And it is a higher standard because you are the mayor.
Tracy, are you there?
The things that he has done for the city outweigh what is about, and it is major because he is a leader, and it's been blown out of proportion. You know what I'm saying? People cheat. Politicians cheat all the time.
But let me ask you this, Tracy. Can I ask one question? Because I really appreciate what Kwame has done. I have to say that we're giving both sides here. But let me play devil's advocate on it. Now, when you mention Kwame Kilpatrick's name, what do you think of?
I think of the city growing. I think of growth. I can stay home on a holiday weekend and hang out in my city because there are great things to do, and I know that it's safe. Instead of jumping on a plane and going to Vegas like I used to, I can stay home and have a good time. My friends want to come to Detroit and hang out with me instead. So let me
ask you this again, Tracy. When other people hear Kwame Kilpatrick's name, what do they associate it to? And I'll give you another example. People talk about Bill Clinton and how great he was, right? Uh-huh. But Bill Clinton, to me, wasted 8 years and he killed his whole dynasty because he had an infidelity inside the White House. So now every time you say Bill Clinton, the only thing you really think about is he got his dick sucked. So what I'm saying is this. I appreciate Kwame, and hopefully Kwame will call into the radio station and give his side because we want to be fair. We don't want to be unfair. And you know, maybe we got a little excited because I do like hearing bad shit.
Me too.
But,
I do too.
For some reason, I just love to hear the bad shit. Yeah. But if Kwame could call into the radio station and just give his side of the story, or just call and talk about the good, we won't even bring up any of the stuff that's being said. But here's the thing, Tracy. Here's the thing. In everything that we do, it's the little things that overshadow everything. It's like antimatter or little bitty things that are attached to him right now. All of the great things that he's doing, we can't see it now. Because all it is about scandal. So my whole thing is like this. It's like, you know, if I were to run for something, or which I probably never would, but but you know, you have to know that at a certain point when you get into the office,
clean up.
There's something that you have to do in order to respect it. Because here's what happens: it trickles down.
Right
now, what do you tell your daughter in school with the kid who's acting crazy? Like when Bill Clinton did his thing, I'm like, well, what do I tell my daughter when some male kid acts crazy in front of her when we give him a pass? So at a certain point, I'm saying that all of us have to pull the card of all of these leaders and ask them to just act a little bit better because of the fact that it comes down to like what you were saying, like all the beautiful things that he is doing, he negates it by having this, and that's all I'm saying.
It's like having an asterisk by your name in the history books. You did this, but
do you agree with that, Tracy, or am I off base?
This is old news, and it's just coming up because it's time for a new election.
Right.
Hello?
I'm here. Do you think he would get reelected, though?
I to be honest with you, I think he would. There are a lot of people that are still for him. There really are a lot of people that are still for him because he has a vision to take Detroit to a whole nother level, and it's time for us. It's time for us to be a black Mecca of the United States. We could do it. I mean, we have
I always
water.
I'm not going to
any
Detroit.
other
I didn't go to
state in
Super
the
Bowl.